Hi, this is Rodney Dangerfield. How about some respect? I'll be in the Robert Klein Show this week, along with Thin Lizzy and a live performance with Keith Sykes. Hey, where's the girl I come in here with?
Hi, this is Robert Klein, and this week on the Robert Klein Show, we have Rodney Dangerfield, the king of comedy, and Thin Lizzy, and a live performance by Keith Sykes. I hope you stay tuned. My next guest here to join Rodney Dangerfield is at my left. Phil Lynott and Snowy White from Thin Lizzy. Welcome them.
Cheers. Thank you.
Rodney, Phil, Snowy, Phil, Rodney.
How do you do? This is weird, isn't it? Snowy?
That's right.
Snowy, yeah.
What are you, Nightfall? Let's keep away from my daughter, okay?
Phil, had you heard Rodney before you saw him?
No.
No, you hadn't?
No. I remember him.
I've seen your type before.
Well, Phil and Snowy are from another land across the sea. Matter of fact, Phil, you're from Ireland, aren't you?
Yeah,
born and
Irish.
raised?
Yeah, born and
Born
raised
and
in
raised.
Dublin.
Snowy, you too?
No, I'm from England.
England?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're not enemies, huh?
Not at the moment.
And on your
Sometimes.
U.S. tour, I hope you have better luck on this American tour than you had on your others, the last one. Didn't you get hepatitis and had to be canceled and stuff?
Yeah, well, when we had our first hit record in America, the boys are back in town.
Boys are back. Town.
Yeah, it just went crazy.
Yeah.
Got hepatitis.
Well, it wasn't your fault, was it?
I think it was.
It was. And the new album is called Chinatown.
Yeah,
And it's, hold it up to the mic here. And all the graphics are those Chinese kind of lettering like you see in San Francisco or the Chinatown. It's a beautiful, visually a beautiful album cover and a terrific album. I enjoyed it very much. And Snowy, you just joined the outfit, didn't you?
Well, about a year ago. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah?
taken me a year to get to look like this, you know,
You look pretty well.
unshaven.
But you replaced Gary Moore, huh?
Yeah, well, I was working with a band called Pink Floyd beforehand.
Pink Floyd, right.
And have you ever been crushed by a 40-foot high wall? Have you?
A 44 high wall?
40-foot high wall? Have you been crushed by?
You got trouble with your vowels, you know. Shut up. I've been crushed by everything, I guess, in life. A 1.5-foot midget once crushed me.
Snowy, what was that about, though?
Oh, well, the Floyd had a show called The Wall, and we used to build a wall between the audience and the band. And at every gig, it used to fall down, and I got fed up with this, you know. So I joined Thin Lizzy.
What I can't figure out is how did Gary Moore make that gig between the quiz shows and the other... Oh, it's the wrong Gary Moore. Oh, it's a different Gary Moore.
I don't know him either.
The Gary Moore you're thinking of is now opening clams in Nathan's.
No, not Toffanetti's. Oh, that's gone.
Go on, you got to switch around the material. Hoffanese was years ago.
You know, there's a Well, on this new album, Chinatown, there's a kind of interesting contradiction, and this is not making something complicated out of something simple, but, you know, you've gotten some heat on Killer on the Loose, which is really kind of a hard rocker about Jack the Ripper, more or less.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, it doesn't glorify him, but it doesn't, I don't know, it's sort of, it's like showing a death, and it's kind of almost joyful. It's not exactly a sad song. On the other hand, in Genocide, you decry the killing of buffalo. I mean, aren't women worth at least as much as buffalo are? I mean, you can't make a good coat out of a woman, but there's a sort
Can't
of
get a woman on a nickel either, you know.
How do you answer any heat about it, that it's a song that says, you know, I'm ready to get you and watch out and so forth and so on?
Well, the thing was that with Killer on the Loose, I was trying to write a warning song. Chinatown is a seedy part of London late at night, you know. And I was there for about 5 months, you know, recording my solo album and the Thin Lizzy album. And so I got to meet a lot of the characters that were hanging out in Chinatown. And a lot of the hookers were very paranoid about a killer that was on the loose. And I suppose that inspired the song. I wanted to write a warning song. And then the way I thought I could be most frightening was becoming the part of the Ripper in the vocal, you know. And
but you never even say, get out of the way. I mean, you know.
No. Well, I don't think the Ripper does either.
Some people they come and check.
But you don't sympathize with mass murder, right? In other words, you can state here now for the United States.
Obviously, I don't condone the rape of women.
That's all we wanted to hear. Those of you who thought he did like murdering people, there you go. Snowy, does that get you off the hook there? Good. How do you like the road, Snowy? You've been on it with Pink Floyd, and you're a pro at this. You know. Is it something you'd rather not do if you didn't have to, or you actually enjoy it?
Want to write it in?
Well, some days I enjoy it, some days I don't. It's as simple as that, you know. Some days I wake up with a hangover and I think, oh my God, I'm glad I'm here. And other days I don't wake up with a hangover and I think, well, I wish I was at home. That makes
Good
sense.
explanation. Well, I could see that. Rodney, you're on the road more than ever now.
Oh, yeah, I was traveling. You know, I do a lot of one-nighters. Just did a one-nighter in Milwaukee, and she was lovely, you know.
Philip, may I call you that, Phil? You made a solo album.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere where you said that the reason you basically did it was that the band had rejected a certain amount of tunes that you had wanted the band to do, and you did them on your own?
Yeah, well, it was quite clever, actually, because I went to the record company and I said, we'd found a clause in the contract that had me loose as a solo artist. So I went to the record company and I said, another record company has offered me a lot of money to make a solo LP deal. So they got in a big huddle and said, look, whatever they've offered you, we'll offer you twice as much. So I took a holiday in the Bahamas and finished the album 2 years later.
Good for you. It's almost like a baseball player, isn't it? You're making so much money out of this. I want to talk about your poetry and stuff like that in a moment when we come back. I believe you're the only published poet we've had on here. So there's some people who write some good lyrics.
Did he write There Once Was a Man from Nantucket?
No, I don't think he wrote that one, Rodney. We'll be right back with more Thin Lizzy and Rodney Dangerfield after this year.